It's time to head to Peterborough Speedway, the world's fastest third mile. Enjoy some wicked short track action featuring a variety of classes, including junior late models, bone stocks, mini stocks, renegade trucks, super stocks, and the pro late models. Don't miss their special nights with free entry, double tuning night, driver autographs, and the prestigious Autumn Colors Classic, the biggest event in racing. Whether you're a diehard fan or a new enthusiast, Peterborough Speedway has something for everyone. Visit peterboroughspeedway.com for more information and get ready for an adrenaline-fueled experience on the track. Welcome to GeForce TV, your ultimate destination for live racing action at Ohsweken Speedway, Canada's top dirt oval track. Tune in for thrilling weekly racing and exclusive behind-the-scenes content with top racers and media personalities on our podcasts, On Track Weekly and Race Rivals Race Chat. GeForce Lite is also available to bring you highlights from racing events, making it the perfect platform for showcasing Ontario racing at its best. Whether you're a diehard or casual enthusiast, GeForce TV is where you want to be. Visit GeForceTV.net for more information and join us as a partner today. Don't miss out on the excitement. Rev up your passion for racing with GeForce TV.
Engines roar, night and day, stories told in dirt and clay. Kevin Graydon at the wheel, motorsport, truth, raw and real. Feel the rush, feel the speed. This is a podcast racers need. Horses loud, tracks alive, where legends talk, where dreams drive. Rich and tales, victor cries, gasoline love under open skies. From the pits to finish line, every story glows and shines. Feel the rush, feel the speed. This is a podcast racers need. Horses loud, tracks alive, where legends talk, where dreams drive. Feel the rush, feel the speed. This is the podcast racers need. Horses loud, tracks alive, where legends talk, where...
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Stickers and Scuffs podcast. It's a finale for the Peterborough month. Thank you to Peterborough Speedway, JP, and the entire team for partnering with us. And we couldn't do Peterborough Speedway month without having an appearance from announcer extraordinaire Ben Hodgson, who's joining us for the finale, just so we can have the opportunity of finding out who is a better Bandolero driver between him and our guest this week. Lyla Sikma is here. Lyla, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, great. Well, I want to start with that question. You guys got to race each other in the Bandolero exhibition it was last year. And if I remember correctly, you were actually leading first, and Mr. Hodgson came and went to try and make a pass, I believe it was. Did he make it successfully? I can't remember. Ben, did you get by?
I didn't end up getting by Lyla there. Something happened with her car, or she just forgot where the gas pedal was, but coming down the front stretch there, and she was slowing up, went to dodge her, and went in the grass and ripped the tire right off. But Lyla, what happened there?
Well, the clutch gave out.
Clutch gave out. So technically, she didn't break her car. The car broke. Whereas, didn't you break your car by going into the grass?
I think I broke it by spinning myself out, yeah. So yeah. I think Lyla has me up 1-0 there.
Would you want to have a rematch, Lyla, with Ben this year?
Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah? All right, so there we go. We got Jeff Jeremy. If you're paying attention, let's get Ben in once again, because I want to see a rematch. I want to see no mistakes this time, though, right? Like no wrecks, no mechanical problems. Let's have a rematch between Ben and Lyla. That'll be fun. But Lyla, you're coming off of the first Bando race in the touring series. How did that go for you?
It went pretty good. The car was really loose all night. We were kind of just fighting it. We finished third in the first feature and sixth in the second, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm curious because you raced these cars kind of last year. There's this exhibition kind of tour that you did at Peterborough. How do they drive at Sunset compared to Peterborough? Easier, harder?
Well, in my opinion, Sunset is a harder track than Peterborough. There's more banking, and the cars just wasn't really agreeing.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. You guys looked like a lot of you guys actually looked like it was very hard. Ava
Mhm.
Boundy had a hard time with her car as well. Like I could see that it was really tough. Was it because it was so freaking cold out there?
Could be.
Yeah, yeah. I would have thought so. It's obviously a new division. You kind of got a leg up on everybody because you kind of got to race them. You and Landon raced them last year. Um, you raced against Ben, you raced against Peyton, you raced against Lucas Finnegan. Josh Davenport was out there this week, Austin Seaburns. So you guys have a good little crop of racers out there. Are you still going to do Junior Late Model this year?
Yeah, we're running double duty points at Peterborough in the junior and traveling with Bando.
And so no conflicts? Are you able to do both?
Yeah, well, last Saturday we had a conflict with the Bando and the junior, but Peterborough rained out,
Yeah.
so we didn't have to rush back.
Works out. Works out, right? That's the cool thing with it. I love that you're gonna get to do both. This comes the here comes the big question though, because a lot of people have talked with me, racers in that have raced both Bando and Junior Lates. Is the Bando as fun as people say it is?
Yes, it is very
Yeah.
fun. It's very fast.
Yeah, I would wonder how does it because you've been in the we saw you last year, Junior Late Model at Sunset, and you didn't seem to have any problem out there, right? I
Mhm.
think you finished second in actually both times I saw you race. Um, so how does it feel like the track compared to a Junior Late Model in a Bando? Do you feel it as much or is it better? Like I don't know, like is it because it's bumpy, obviously. So do you
Mhm.
feel that more in the Bando?
Well, the line I took, there was like a bump that was pretty bad that you could feel in the Bando that I wouldn't normally take that line in the junior.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's different.
Okay, yeah. So again, different, and then of course, like you said, these cars are much faster than the junior late models. Um, Obviously, week one, that's a solid podium and a sixth place. What was the difference between the first race and the second race for you? That was it just harder to because you're running a different time? Like, what was the deal?
Well, I think in the first feature, a lot of cars wrecked and weren't able to finish. So that was probably a good reason why.
Survived.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I actually I'm really excited that you were on the show today because obviously that the bandos this is a new thing. Like you're gonna go out and travel. Now you've raced at Sunset, you've raced at Peterborough before. Have you raced at Sauble before at all? No? So that's
Nope.
gonna be a brand new experience for you, eh?
Yeah, we've also never like been there to watch or stuff. I watched on like Pedal Power and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, it'll be completely different. I I I'm hoping that it continues to grow because I think after what I saw, like I've already said, Ben needs to be in there at least for at least one. Josh Davenport needs to be in there as well. I think
Mhm.
Josh, he belongs in there. He put on a hell of a race. Probably the closest finish I've seen at Sunset in a while between he and Keegan Moat. Um, but somebody that we're all familiar with, Colton Everingham, knew that you were going to be on the show today. So he actually had some questions here, and he says, "What is the biggest difference between the Bando and the Junior Late model? The biggest difference?"
Well, I would say the Bandoleros are more twitchier than the Junior Lates, and it's better suspension because the Junior Lates
Oh,
don't have any, so it's a lot more smoother.
and he also asks, "What's the biggest thing you need to overcome as a driver?"
Probably I don't. This is hard. Probably like the fear of like getting into a really bad wreck.
You know what? That's not the first time I've heard that. I think we had Rob Crick actually on this show last week, and Rob Crick talked about that that was one of his fears when he got started. And speaking of getting started, obviously you guys are both really young into this deal, but Lila, when did you start getting into racing? Because I imagine having a dad like Dave Sikma that you were at the track probably every weekend, I would think.
Every weekend, like since like 2013, since it opened.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait. What year were you born, though? That's the thing.
2012. But I was
Oh,
born in
gee.
November.
So
So,
pretty much since the very beginning, eh?
mhm.
What's your
I
earliest
was gonna
memory?
say,
Oh, yeah,
I
go
was gonna
ahead.
say both me and Lila grew up at Peterborough Speedway. I mean, I was in the infield when I was learning how to walk, and she was in the infield when she was still playing with a soother. I mean, we both grew up right in the pits. Lila, is there a specific thing that comes to mind as you were growing up at Peterborough Speedway? Is there one experience that you always think about during your childhood?
Yeah, whenever me and Avery, we would always like beg Jackie to take us down to the infield when we were really young.
That's awesome. I mean, down the infield, it's like I always say, it's like Tornado Alley down there. You got to make sure you don't get too twisted up, or else you're gonna get dizzy pretty quick. But growing up there for sure, I know for me and especially Lila too, we definitely had a lot of memories in it. Definitely drove our love for racing, I'm sure.
Lila, who was your favorite driver when you were growing up? Obviously, I think I know the answer, but who was the driver that every week at Peterborough you were really excited to see?
Probably Ryan Oosterholt.
I have heard this before. I'm not lucky enough to have seen Ryan race. So what did he drive?
He drove a lot. He drove my dad's Renegade truck. He would hop in it. He drove his bone stock and stuff.
Wow. What's the plan for you? Are you gonna go potentially do some bone stock in the future, or are you just thinking about Bando for right now?
Right now, I'm just thinking about Bando, but I would like to try out a legend in the future because they look
A
like lots of
legend.
fun.
Okay, so go out there, race against Cole Camrath and Jake Spencer Wall. Get against I'm saying Andy Camrath. That'd be pretty cool to race against him. For sure. I love this. This is great. You know who else wants to go for a ride in a legend? I'm just saying, Ben, there's potential for crossover here, where
Maybe
you
that's where our
guys.
rematch goes. Maybe we don't go in the bando. Maybe we just go up into a legend next year and go for it.
I like that plan. That sounds good. You actually have a teammate at at Peterborough Speedway. You have Avery, and I'm curious how kind of you guys became teammates. When did she start racing with you?
She started the year after I did.
And you just became friends, and that's we became teammates?
Well, we've been friends ever since like we were little because our parents
Oh,
were friends and stuff. Yeah.
oh, okay, perfect. So then you go, perfect teammates, right? And for yourself, are you put in more of like a you try to help her out because you've done it longer?
Yeah, I try to help her out. And obviously, this year the junior isn't my main focus, so like I'll help her out more this year, but I'll still not share at all.
Still
Well,
wants to
you want to
win.
make sure, yeah, you want to make sure that you beat her, right?
Yeah.
That's
So
and
Lila,
that's
you smack talked to me a lot during ACC. Does that carry over to your friends in the junior lates as well?
Yes. It always
who gets the most trash talk.
probably Avery and Savannah.
The other girls, really. Well, that's what I love. I mean, you guys, one thing that I've said before that you guys do so well at Peterborough is you guys all like celebrate each other. If there's a heat win, you're all down there for pictures. If somebody has a feature win, you're all down there celebrating with them. I mean, you guys have all kind of grown up together at the racetrack, really, and it keeps like growing and growing and growing. Um, what is it about Peterborough? Is it just like really friendly, or all the kids are just awesome? Like, what is it? Because you guys seem to have that magic. No matter what week it is, you guys are all there celebrating and hanging out with each other.
Yeah, we're all like really close in the pits and also really competitive on the track.
Who's the one person you really don't like beating you?
Probably Avery. It's only happened a couple times though, so we're good.
Oh man, that's a shot right there, Avery. She says it's only happened a couple times. She come out. Now, obviously, this year is a little bit different, Lila. They're going to have all the junior lates in one big class again. Did you like having them separate, or would you rather everybody race in one big group?
I liked having them separate when we had like a lot of like slower cars and like
Yeah.
newer people and then like the faster people who have been doing it longer. So I just felt like that was like a really good idea because it just separated and it was safer for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, because you guys could have upwards of, I think, like 20 of them out there, really. And then how about the race distance? Are you a fan of going? I mean, you guys do like what, 10, 15, or like, would you want to do like 20, 25 laps in the junior late model? Or are you looking more to do that in the Bando eventually?
I'm looking more to do that in the Bando, but in the junior it would be nice too.
I mean, I don't know. Do they have, Ben, I don't even think anyone in the junior lates goes past 15
No, I think
laps.
we start to get questions about fuel tank at about 15 laps when we run a couple caution laps. I think the bandos too, if you're running those lap times, I think a 20 lap race would be actually really fun in those. Obviously, our race at ACC for me and Lyla didn't last too long. So I think 20 laps for bandos could definitely be a question in the future.
I think a big event like ACC, that's where you would do it, right? Make it a huge invitational, have like 30 bandos out there. That'd be crazy, right? But I mean, that's the type of stuff. I mean, I think that this class is really, really going to be fun to watch this year. There's a lot of great racers. You obviously get to go out there and be with a lot of them, Lila. So who is somebody, and they can be a younger driver, someone that's just started out that you've seen that you who do you think is somebody that's going to be really good this season?
Probably Keegan Moat. He did really good on the weekend and he's been like practicing a lot, so I think he's gonna do good this year.
Did you get the opportunity to test as much as Keaton? No,
We didn't test
no.
it all.
Oh, you didn't test at all, eh? That was your first shot? Wow. Well, because how long has it been since you guys got the car? Was it that long or no?
I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
really remember.
Well, what
It's
about
about a
the
year.
junior? What about the junior late models? You got a lot of racers in there that you've raced with. Who's somebody in junior lates that you think is going to be really good?
Someone I think is gonna be really good this year is probably gonna be like Landon Sellers.
You know what, Ben? I think we can agree on that one because I think the race that I was in the tower calling an OSS night, he was half a corner away from winning his first one, and Lucas got him at just the last little bit. I think he finished second like four times last year. So yeah, I'd say Landon is definitely close. Do you have a question there for Lila, Ben?
I was gonna say, Lila, obviously, I think I know the reason behind your race number, but for those who don't, do you want to kind of explain that story for why you picked the number that you have?
Well, I kind of picked it because we got the car in 2020. So, and well, I just thought it was a lucky number, like my grandma's birthday. She's born on August 20th and stuff like that. So yeah.
Now, you've not revealed the scheme or the wrap on the junior late model this year. Last year's was wicked. So are
It,
you going along the same lines or are we looking completely different this year?
it looks different.
It looks different.
It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
really good too.
Do you design or like do you have do you give your idea?
Yeah, we give the colors and then I just tell them mild or wild.
Yeah, that works. That definitely works. And that's the one thing I think that's really good about when you guys get to have um the opportunity to put your own kind of ideas out there. It makes it more your ride, right? Rather than if you're just getting out there and it's a blank car, like that's kind of sad, right? We want to see something that's got some color and something that pops. Um, Obviously, this is going to be a long season. You've just got started with the bandos. You're back out again. What is it this weekend?
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
Peterborough.
back out at Peterborough this week. So, Um, what's the thought for that?
Well,
How you feeling?
Peterborough's a track that I'm more comfortable at and I've been at for a while. So I think I hope to get like top 5, top 3 main goal and to keep in one piece.
One piece is that's very important. I think that's a shot at Ben. Uh,
Yeah, maybe a
um,
little bit of an uppercut there.
yeah, well, that kind of deserved, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take it.
um, and obviously for the season, it's going to be a long one. Obviously, you're going to do a lot more racing, I think, than you would have ever done before. But what is it that you like about racing?
Well, I like when I get into lineup, I get like the adrenaline and the nerves kid in and stuff.
I mean, definitely. I've heard that again from more and more drivers tell you that. That's what it is. It's the adrenaline rush. Was that in overdrive when you started the Bandoleros this past weekend? Because it's been such a long time since you have raced.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've raced and been on the track with the Bando. So,
Man, I'm excited for this, Ben. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good year. Before we wrap it up, I'd like if you have anything to say for Miss Lyla Sigma.
Well, Lyla, we're gonna have a great year at the racetrack this season. I'm looking forward to finishing in front of you at one of these nights.
one of these nights.
All right, so before we wrap this up, we're going to do what's known as a rapid fire. So these are non-racing really related questions, but this just gets us to know a little bit more about Lyla Sikma, and they can be kind of all out over the place, Lyla. So there's no wrong answer here. It's all basically about you. So favorite race car driver right now?
Like, are we talking about NASCAR or
So I want your Ontario racer and your NASCAR.
Ontario racer? Probably Colton Everham.
That's a great pick.
NASCAR, either Christopher Bell or Chase Elliott.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that answer. Chase Elliott. Oh, no, it's fine. Um, for yourself, are you a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi person?
I don't really Coca-Cola.
Oh,
It's the right
man,
answer.
she's striking out. Striking out. No, no. Um, something that you watch on TV or streaming.
On YouTube, probably like Sea Boys and stuff.
Perfect. You've got opportunity to race during the day or at night. Which do you prefer?
Night.
Wow, that's
Quick answer there.
interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say surprising actually. Um, uh, music. What do you listen to?
Country.
Country. So, who's the country artist that's number one on your playlist?
Probably Zach Bryan.
Okay. Okay. Now we're
There
getting
it
into the
is.
good. There we go. That's better. Um, first car that you're gonna get. Um, if you're going to be able to drive your very own vehicle.
Probably like I don't even know.
You're supposed to be easy.
A Jeep, I guess. I don't
A
really know.
Jeep. Okay. Okay. Favorite announcer?
Chuck.
Oh no,
Ooh. Ooh.
Charlie.
it's a dagger.
Oh, that was one right there, Ben.
There's another one.
Jeez. For yourself, favorite subject in school?
None. Probably Jim.
That's the answer I was looking for right there. None. Racetrack or home?
Racetrack.
For yourself again, somebody that you would like to race that races at Peterborough that's not in your division.
Probably. This is hard. Marley Owen. Marley
Great
Owen.
choice. That's a good one. I would actually like to see that. Marley Owen versus Lyla Sikma. That would be pretty cool. Oh, wow. Favorite division to watch other than your own?
Legends. They're always put on a good show.
Yes. Good answer. Definitely good answer. And what's your go-to for your meal after or before the race?
After most times at sunset, we go to Wendy's.
What's the order?
A number one. A Dave
A number
Single.
one? A one? Jeez. We got to get a Baconator in this girl, man. My goodness. Jeez, a one. A single. You know what? I've heard a lot of people like Wendy's is the go-to. Do you get it with a Frosty?
No.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can't believe Wendy's, don't bother. We're not gonna go after a sponsorship for this. She doesn't get a Frosty. Lyla, obviously you have a ton of partners on your race car. We actually see your hood actually just behind you from last year's car. This is your opportunity to thank everybody that helps you out, your partners, your family, friends, crew members, podcasters that absolutely love supporting you, announcers at the track who do an okay job, but not as good as Chuck. Lyla, this is your opportunity, so shout them out.
I would like to thank Premier Purple Toy Rentals, Dwayne Batty from Risen Graphics, Gully Bridge, Overkill, Dark Heating and Air Conditioning, Bounty Roofing, Coyote Disposal, Cole Neverham Racing, Danny Benedict, JP Motorsports, Brad Laval, my mom and dad for working on the car, and JDC Motorsports and everyone who helps out with them. And stickers and podcast.
I was going to say, if she forgot that, we're not releasing this episode. Man. Lyla, best of luck for the rest of this season. You know we're going to be cheering you on at every race you're in, and we know you're going to be going out there and getting feature number 1, feature number 2, feature number 3. We'll just count them and battle yourself and battle for a championship this year. Ben, one thing that you wanted to say to Lyla before we go, is it going to be the year of Sikma, or are we going to see something else there, Ben? You're going to be up in the tower, so...
I think we'll be announcing a Lyla Sikma championship out of them this year. I think she's going to have a very strong year in the Bando division. I think she's going to have what it takes to get it done.
Well, there you go. That's a ringing endorsement after all the trash that you've been talking. So it better be nice from now on there, Lyla. That's a Lyla Sikma here on the Stickers and Scuffs podcast.
Thank you for watching the Stickers and Scuffs podcast. Subscribe, share, and like for more Ontario motorsports content.